So I want to get to the heart of it's 2020.
Mhm,
Everything is happening. The pandemic is happening. George Floyd then happens. Ahmaud
mhm,
Arbery happens, but we don't find out about it until later.
Mhm.
Breonna
Mhm.
Taylor
mhm,
happens, but we don't find out about it until later. We all stand in line forever to vote, and then nonsense happens, and nonsense happens, and nonsense happens. As a documentary photographer, what was your moment of something is happening and I better get it from this angle, not that angle?
oh, um, it started as soon as, well, 'cause I think when Ahmaud Arbery, when his situation happened, right? I
Mhm.
think there was riots and protesting in the streets. I believe,
Mhm.
like, I remember at that point, I was, the pandemic just kind of started, and I was kind of like, and then I was in Oakland and I wasn't there, so I was like, I don't think anyone's outside here. I don't know if there's if enough reason to go outside to document what's going on. But I
Mhm.
remember the photos that I did see. And I did
Mhm.
feel like a little bit it was a missed opportunity because I did see because I was living in Oakland. Oakland doesn't play. They
Mhm.
really outside in
No.
Oakland.
Mhm.
And it was a missed opportunity to be a part of that. And I remember again the photos looked very sensational, like to the point where,
Mhm.
Right.
no offense to my white brothers and sisters or people from different, walks of life, but it felt like this was someone that didn't understand the
Mhm.
cry.
Mhm.
It felt
Mhm.
like, oh, look at that. Or, and similar to where I talk about the algorithm, or this is what would get me a bunch of views
Mhm. Mhm.
Mhm.
versus getting the real story. And I
Right.
was like,
Right.
nah, that ain't I know I don't shoot like that. Like I just, like, they don't get it. I just know. And so
Mhm.
when George Floyd happened, it was like, and I remember everything in my heart, like for all of us, it was like a moment that we can't even put that into words what that felt like. And I
Mm-mm.
knew at that point I was going to risk my life and go outside and do as much as I could, because when I saw that man's life go that way, it was like, there's no way I could sit in the house. There's no
Mhm.
way I can't do something. And
Right.
Mhm.
for many people, you might not have art as your vehicle. You might do something where you can't just like be a part of that in a way that you feel is meaningful. And I
Yeah.
Mhm.
knew, like, because of the life I chose, I'm like, this is what you're supposed to do. Like, this is your time. Like,
Mhm.
show up. And that's exactly what I
Yeah.
Right.
did. And yeah, that was the mentality. And I was like, I wanted to get the honesty that was going on outside. Like the I don't want to say the beauty,
Mhm.
but just the voice behind the cry. And in a lot of my
Mhm.
photos,
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I'm going for. I'm not just going for anger and anger and anger and anger. It's
Right.
like there's so much more to us. There's so much more to what we're fighting for.
Mhm.
And there was so much more going on.